a Spokane Vietnam veteran, is hoping the thief who stole his truck will take the time to return a hard-fought keepsake still inside the Toyota pickup. Dave Moore reached out to KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey this week, saying in an email, "Is there any chance for a personal appeal to highlight that this crime is more than just a property crime?" Well, Jeff is working for you tonight with a look at what is missing and what Marine Gunnery Sergeant Moore wants back, no questions asked. Jeff?
It may not sound important to those of us who have never been through combat, but Dave Moore wants back the dog tags that he wore during the time he saw a lot of mud and blood during his tour of duty in Vietnam. His truck was stolen last Tuesday night by a thief that actually cased the property in advance, sneaking in the garage and even taping open this lock. And so when Dave and his wife went out to dinner, the thief was able to come back and steal his truck.
Not many burglars would want to tangle with someone who flies a Marine Corps flag in their front yard, but Dave Moore says he figures the thief who wanted to steal his Toyota truck out of his seemingly locked-up garage had been waiting and watching.
Cased the place, knew when we were going to be gone, taped that back deadbolt lock, because I've never used that in 10 years.
Dave's kicking himself for not trusting his gut when he mistakenly thought one of his doors had been blown open by the wind.
And what they did was they taped this so that the lock wouldn't come open. You know, so it looked like it was locked, but this was not locked.
And so when Dave took out his wife to dinner, the thief came back to the garage and drove off with Dave's pickup.
One thing that was in there that just broke my heart is I had a dog tag. I served with the Marines in combat in Vietnam, and I've been carrying that dog tag for 45 years.
Here's Dave with that same dog tag during his Vietnam tour in 1970. Dave didn't survive multiple firefights, only to have his truck stolen back here in the States.
One of the things that we used to do on the team I was on is that we would exchange. We always had 2 dog tags, and you would give one to somebody else on your team in case you got greased, so you could they'd send that one home to your family.
David planned to pass on his dog tag to his grandson. It's out there somewhere, hanging off the stolen Toyota's keychain.
So even if I don't get the truck back, if somebody happened to stumble across that dog tag, I'd sure love to have it back.
Dave's done all right in life. He can buy a new truck, but this Marine is connected to what happened in Vietnam and the men who didn't make it back by a small piece of precious metal, a lot more valuable than a pickup.
Like I said, it was 2001, not a scratch on the truck, and you know, leather and stuff, but that can be replaced.
It's the dog tag.
It's the dog tag.
Nadine, in his spare time, Dave rides his motorcycle, honoring other veterans by participating in Spokane's Patriot Guard. The license plate on his missing truck has an easy-to-remember and rather unique personalized plate. It's the abbreviation for Stand By Me, or STNBYME. If you happen to know where that truck has been or is right now, no dispatchers at Crime Check would love to hear from you tonight. Reporting live in North Spokane, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.